leading all the other activities, the lighting of the candles, spearheaded by Uganda Women's Parliamentary, that was directed by His Excellency the President to enable him and Mama pay their last respect to Honorable Tat Cecilia Ogwal. Until 8 a.m. tomorrow, we are still here. May I request the choir to take over from here. Honorable colleagues, dinner and evening tea have been prepared, I would say, by our departed. Right, Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Ministers, Honorable Members of Parliament, may we all rise to receive His Excellency the President, who will be received at the steps by and the Clerk to Parliament will join us here upon arrival here.
She sit in the African Parliament?
No, she was in SCPD.
The family of the late Cecilia Ogwal and all people who are listening. I think I have got a good testimony on the contribution of Cecilia Ogwal. But I must first of all feel sad because of the politics of fragmentation. We could not work together fully, although we had similar qualities, like me and her. And I will tell you why. You can see from age, she was approaching my age because she was born 1946. I was born 1944. And when she was in university, although I had not met her, I think we were about the same time in the university. Now, I didn't know her until after 1980. I didn't know her personally, although some of my colleagues who were in Nairobi University must have known her, the ones who died in our wars. But because of the politics of UPC, later on Fronasa, NRM, and there were some people emphasized differences. We couldn't work together closely. But I can tell you, so therefore, you people, take this as a lesson. Don't miss opportunities to work together if you can work together. Because you may find now regretting, oh, I wish I had worked with this person more closely. But you had the opportunity, but you didn't use it. But in the case of Sise and myself, it was not really her fault. It was the bad atmosphere created by other people. I had been in the DP from 1960 to September 1970. I was very happy to meet Mr. Obwa, because when I asked him, I think he's the one who came to supervise our elections in Ankole Northeast in the September of 1970, when I had joined UPC for only 5 months. Because I joined UPC September 1970, and the government collapsed in January. And then when I went to Tanzania, we tried to work with UPC, but they wouldn't allow us to work. You get people who like to divide people. People, who is Museveni? Museveni is nobody. No, even if he's nobody, you just, why do you mind a nobody would help you? So we couldn't work together with UPC because of really being very careful, you people. So eventually we are now to create separate forces, but even fighting among between ourselves. Because remember, we spent 8 years fighting Idi Amin. Now, why would anybody have wanted to divide us after that? You can't follow the logic. What we had gone through was enough to caution us that no, be careful, you listen to one another, not possible. So because of that, I have not worked optimally with Sise Ogwara. But I can tell you, when I eventually met her, I could see that she's a patriot. How did I know that? One day, we were monitoring the rebels, listening to what they were talking. And this character called Vincent Oti rang Sise Ogwara. Of course, he didn't know that we were recording what he was saying. Vincent Oti said, you Langi, you are like us with the Achoris, we should fight these bad people, the NRM. Then Sise Ogwara said, no, but what I didn't like, and I told her, she was calling Vincent Oti Radit. I said, Radit, this is not, this is Luneko, not Radit. So later on I told her, I said, you know, we are recording your speech, your talk with the Vincent Oti, but you made a good stand to tell him that rebellion is not good, because Vincent Oti was abusing her, threatening her, we shall cut your throat or what. But she stood her ground, and we recorded it. But what I did, I came and I teased her. I said, you did very well, but Ladit, I don't like Ladit. You should have told Oti that he's a criminal. Now you can hear. that stand. Nobody was there. It was herself and OT. There were only two people on the telephone. Because OT was using, I think, a satellite phone or something like that. But she was able to reject the wrong line of Vincent OT. Then, when she was elected to, no, before that, the UPC don't know that sometimes we monitor what they are doing. Now, before we went for the CA, I think some people in UPC were telling their followers that they should boycott. They should boycott the processes that were going on in the country. So should not participate in the CA. But I don't know whether you people know this. Siso Ogwar led a group which said no. You people, you are far away, you don't know what is happening. You know these people who are in the diaspora, in the what? Siso Ogwar was able to say, and others were able to say no, what you are advising is wrong. Because the country is moving. But whether you come or not, the country is moving, and our people cannot stay out. We must participate. I don't know whether people who monitor know that the difference. Do people know that? Do people know it? That Siso Ogwar, I don't know, maybe the others, we shall have to analyze it and say who were there. But I know for Siso Ogwar, because remember she was Secretary General of UPC. Was this Assistant Secretary General? So the line they were pushing was Okuzira. Okuzira. In Luo, how do we call Okuzira? To boycott. How do we say it in Luo?
Your Excellency, there are many words. Con, Jem, Cuero, you can choose any.
Jem is Bantu. That is Luona is the Bantu. Jem is Okujema. Okujema is to rebel.
Absolutely.
That's a Bantu. Okujemu, Abajemu in Uganda, but when you say Okujema. So the other two words are
Cuero.
So some of the people in UPC wanted UPC to quero the internal processes that were going on in Uganda. And Siso Ogwar, for sure, led the group which said, no, we must participate. Was she expelled from UPC or what? What happened? This joining FDC was because, I think because of those skirmishes within the party. So you can see there, she played the second time when I noticed that she played an independent, positive role. Say, you know, we may not join the NRM, but the people of Lango must participate. And they participated. Now, that is the second time which I monitored directly. The third one, when she was elected to the African Parliament, if you went there to the African Parliament in South Africa, you wouldn't know that she was not NRM. Outside there, she was a big defender of Uganda. You wouldn't know that she was not NRM. No. That one I also saw, because I went there to address that Pan-African Parliament, and she was there, and she was actually like the leader of the Ugandan group, and she was very patriotic. You can quote very many. Recently, we had a meeting at Baregi. I had a meeting there. I had gone, I think, to talk about the Karamajong problems. Then the MPs came and she was among them. And we discussed some issues to do with the constituencies, with the PDM and all that. And afterwards, she was very, very anxious that we have a follow-up meeting. Following up the one with Baregi, which unfortunately we didn't have time to have. So Siso Ogwal was like me, because in 1962, when our brothers of UPC, Okuchanga, Akalulu, that's what they used to say, Okuchanga too, to manipulate. Twatera Kalulu shahemu de shtreka kuzaika mukaga obote yako machi waruka. That is UPC. They were bragging how we voted at 7, but by 2, Obote had already defeated. How can you defeat? How can you defeat somebody at 2 when the elections are not yet over? But that's what they were singing, the UPC. Twatera Kalulu shahemu shtreka kuzaika mukaga obote yako machi waruka. Sham mukaga midday. That by midday, Obote had won. So when the UPC played their games with Kabaka Yeka was also another wonderful group. For us who were in DP, and I was with my people there. Ebyaama was our leader. Now, Ebyaama, like the UPC group, was saying, but UPC never shuba. UPCs are cheats. We should have nothing to do with them. I said, Mzee, these people have cheated us in 1962. The next time we're going to have elections is going to be 1967, 5 years. If we quero, is it quero? Because it seems Ebyaama was saying that we should quero. Is it quero? We should quero. Like the ones who are telling Siso Ogwal to quero. On our side, some of our people were of that line. But if we quero 5 years, it's a long time for our people to just sit there, nothing is being done. I said, no. UPC have taken government posts, but they have not taken agriculture. Agriculture is our cows, our crops, we should continue. If the government can help us, it helps us. If it doesn't, we continue, but we cannot so quero for 5 years. This is a long time. This is not unfair. So I was an alias, Cecilia Ogwal, vis-a-vis the group of DP who were of that line. And you can see in Lango, if you go there, you will see what has been done because of not quero. If you go to Lango now, when you are flying over, you will see some Mabati, some real development is taking place. The only problem is that they are also going into the swamps to imitate the bad habits of Basoga and so on. But that one we shall sort out. So therefore, Sister War was really a very good leader. And her contribution was suppressed by the bad atmosphere created by that politics of in Uganda they will say obuchayi. How do you say it in law? Where you create like hatred and bigotry. How do you say it in law?
Your Excellency, again, Luo is very rich. That is either a money or a dage.
So the politics of a dage. But nevertheless, because really now we're getting closer and closer together, even with UPC, with Akena, with the UPC. There is my daughter who wanted to throw me out of parliament. The girl from Oyam, who is she? Oyam, there. When I came to parliament, I don't know what I had come to do. She wanted to throw me out. I said, oh, I am the one who liberated this parliament. How would you throw me out? I don't remember what I had come to do in parliament. But now, that politics of Adage is getting isolated. And I want to thank all the leaders who are involved in isolating the Adage people. Siso Gwar was very much in that process of rejecting Adage. Akena, Beta Mongi, they have rejected that. Even my Kagar who wanted to throw me out, I think we are on good terms now. Mao DP has rejected that politics of Adage. So I think the Adages are remaining few, and we know who they are. Everybody knows them. You can imagine they were even trying to sabotage this NAM. Imagine. NAM is not from Museveni. They are not looking after my cow. What are they doing for me? Did they go to look after my cows? To publicize your country, so that your country is understood better, and you think this is bad. This is what I didn't agree with the other groups of mine. So therefore, Siso Gwar was against the politics of Adage, was against is it Okwero? And was for Donglobo. We said Donglobo for development. And definitely she was not corrupt. Because in those committees of parliament of yours, those committees, some issues. I always hear. I have not arrested anybody, but I keep hearing tear something here, tear something there. But when Siso Gwar was in those committees of what, which was in the commission? Was it parliamentary commission? Yes, you never had anything, any dirt with her. I don't think that I am exaggerating, because when somebody dies, people sometimes just exaggerate. But I'm sure you know that she was not part of that group. Now, of course, what I've now discovered, I didn't know. I didn't know that she had the time to have a big family. But apparently she was very active publicly, but also privately. And I saw a clan here, a big clan, mainly boys, but with one girl, I think. We really must salute her contribution. And they are all educated, the children. Of course, she looked after the husband. And actually, she was telling me that the husband was weak, was this, was what. Now, unfortunately, she's the one who... She had told me some time ago that I was asking about the husband. She said he's got some weakness. So she brought up a very good family. And one time, I don't know what I was doing, I visited in Tina area. I found there a big factory. That this factory is of Sicily of Guar. Yeah. This talkative sister of mine has built a big factory here. Now the children and the husband were telling me more about it. But you can see that she was in everything. She had told me about her farm in Chiriandongo. She had told me about it. So therefore, on the one hand, we celebrate her achievements, her contribution. Because when you hear that the North is peaceful now and development is taking place, tarmac roads from Orio all the way to the Sudan border through Kitgum, from Karuma to Nimre, from here Ruenkunyu, Masini Port, all the way to through Rira, to Puranga, to Achoribur. We are walking again on the road from Tororo to Kamdini. It is because the North is peaceful, even the road from Karuma to Pakwach, it is because the North is peaceful. And people who played a role in pacifying that place, apart from the army, are people like Siso of War, who refused that politics of Page. You said it's Page? Adage. Therefore, here I have come to bear witness to what I knew about her and I saw. I didn't hear, I saw. And as you can hear, some of the facts were secret, like when she was talking with Vincent Oti, nobody knew. It was herself with this killer who had rang to intimidate her, that they should all support their nonsense. So therefore, on behalf of the country, I salute her contribution, and may her soul rest in eternal peace. Thank you very much.
Monsi buli omwali n'ekirooto kuba kuwaguza kulafuubana n'okulemerako okutuuka ku buwanguzi. Ddala wamma ggwe luba lunaku mulindwa okyasobeddwa eka ne mu kibira nga weebuuza omuntu omutuufu anaakutuusa ku makula g'ebirooto byo oba okooye kuferebwa. Kankwanjulire aba Brand Pro Property Services Limited abeegulidde erinnya mu kutuukiriza ebirooto by'abantu ebyekuusa ku ttaka. Bagula wamu n'okutunda ettaka n'amayumba ku buli luguudo lwa Uganda wamu n'okwetooloola ensi yonna gonna mu mawanga agatali gamu nga USA, India wamu ne Bungereza. Tulina estates eziwedde okuzimbibwa. Gano makula bukula weegulire ennyumba ey'ekirooto kyo olwaleero ku bbeeyi esoboka. Naawe anoonyeza okupangisa tuzirina ng'ate tusobola n'okukulaakulanya ettaka, amayumba oba estates zo ne zeegombesa buli muntu. Oyagala saveya oba olina ekizibu kyonna nga kyekuusa ku ttaka, bitukwase g'osirike. Tusangibwa ku MT House ku maliro ogusooka room 5 ewazana ku Entebbe Road okuliraana ekizimbe kya Muguluma Empire. Osobola okutukubira oba okutuweereza obubaka ku WhatsApp namba zaffe 0773 216 584 oba 0703 824 Note 79 ne ku website www.brandpro.co.ug. ate mwe bankuba kyeyo ebyammwe byateredde anti osobola okugula poloti oba okufuna ennyumba n'okomawo nga buli kimu kiri malidaadi saana. Sebatuka abafera olwaleero ng'okolagana ne Brand Pro Property Services Limited. Tutuukiriza birooto.
UgandaEyenkya.